Imagine planning the wedding of your dreams, only to hear your bride laughing on the phone, saying she doesn't love you, she's only after your money, and even mocking your manhood. What will you do? Will you still marry her? Well, this billionaire groom made a shocking decision on his wedding morning that left the bride humiliated and the entire city talking. Stay with me because what you are about to hear will blow your mind. Danny was the dream of every young woman in town. A billionaire with a kind heart. Even though he had money, Danny didn't show off. He wanted a wife who would love him for who he was, not for his riches. One day, he met Sandra, a beautiful, soft-spoken lady from a humble family. She was sweet, respectful, and never begged for gifts. To Danny, she seemed perfect. After a few months of dating, Danny fell deeply in love with her and proposed. Sandra said yes with tears of joy. Everyone called it the perfect love story. As the wedding day drew near, Danny was full of excitement. He thought he had finally found a woman who would love him for himself. But fate had other plans. On the morning of the wedding, Danny woke up early. He couldn't sleep because of excitement, so he decided to take a walk around the hotel. As he passed by Sandra's room, he heard her talking loudly on the phone. At first, he didn't want to eavesdrop, but then her words struck him like a thunderbolt. Love. Abeg, who dey marry for love? I am marrying him for the money, jare. His manhood is too small. I just pretend so I can enter his life and control everything. He's nothing without his money. Once I marry him, I will chop life. Danny froze. He felt like the ground was shifting under his feet. His heart shattered into pieces. The woman he loved, the woman he was ready to spend his life with, was only after his money. And worse, she was insulting him behind his back. Quietly, Danny turned and walked away. He entered his room, locked the door, and sat down in silence. He didn't cry. He didn't scream. He simply picked up his phone and made a call. Hello? Cancel everything. The wedding is off. Sandra was on top of the world that morning. She wore her sparkling white wedding gown and admired herself in the mirror. Her bridesmaids danced and cheered beside her. The makeup artists and photographers surrounded her, calling her Madame Billionaire's wife. Sandra smiled proudly. She couldn't wait to start her new life of luxury. Soft life, here I come, she whispered to herself. But something strange began to happen. The wedding was supposed to start by 10 a.m., but by 11 a.m., there was no sign of Danny. No music, no guests moving into the hall, no wedding car. At first, Sandra thought it was just a delay, but soon whispers began to spread around the hotel. People were talking. Something wasn't right. Then her phone rang. It was her best friend. Sandra, where are you? The wedding has been cancelled. They say the groom left this morning. Sandra laughed loudly. Stop this joke, abeg. Danny can never do that. He loves me. But within minutes, she got another call, this time from the hotel manager. Madam, I am sorry, but Mr. Danny checked out this morning. He left a note asking us to cancel the wedding. He also paid for everything so your guest can enjoy the refreshments, but he's gone. Sandra's hands began to shake. She grabbed her phone and called Danny. Once, no answer. Twice, number busy. Third time, number switched off. Her heart raced. Her hands became cold. Then it got worse. One of her bridesmaids ran in holding a phone. Sandra, look! A voice note was trending online. Sandra's own voice from her secret phone call. I am marrying him for money. His manhood is too small. I will just pretend and shop life. Sandra screamed and dropped her phone. The guests were already leaving. The hall was emptying. Some people shook their heads and walked out quietly. Others whispered as they passed her. A few people even laughed at her. Her wedding day had become a public disgrace. Her family stood aside, ashamed. Sandra collapsed on the floor, still in her wedding gown, crying and begging for the ground to open and swallow her. That same evening, Danny posted a message on Instagram. I was ready to give my heart, but she was only after my money. Thank you, Lord, for opening my ears before I said I do. Better a broken engagement than a broken life. Within minutes, the post went viral. Sandra's face was on every blog, every news page, every gossip group. Days turned into weeks, but the shame refused to leave Sandra. She locked herself inside her room, crying endlessly. Her wedding gown, once shining white, now lay crumpled on the floor, stained with makeup and tears. The phone that once rang with congratulatory messages now rang with insults, mockery and public disgrace. People on social media gave her all sorts of names: gold digger, shameless pretender, greedy bride. Her face was everywhere: blogs, gossip pages, and even newspapers. Sandra tried to defend herself online, saying, "It was just a joke. I didn't mean it." But no one believed her. The brands that used to invite her for promotions dropped her. Her so-called friends blocked her numbers. Even the secret boyfriend she used to gossip with stopped picking her calls. Sandra's family disowned her quietly. They couldn't bear the shame. She became the topic of every market woman and every online troll. Left with nothing, Sandra packed her things and moved back to her village. There, she started selling second-hand clothes just to survive. The girl who dreamt of a billionaire's mansion now struggled to afford a single meal. But life didn't stop moving for Danny. The billionaire who almost married the wrong woman became even more respected. People admired him for being bold enough to walk away before it was too late. Months later, Danny was spotted with a simple, soft-spoken lady named Esther, a woman who loved him for who he was, not for his money. When asked why he chose Esther, Danny replied, "Because peace of mind is worth more than riches, and love should never be faked." The world clapped for him. Sandra faded into silence. Moral lessons from this story. 1. Marry for love, not money. If you marry for money, you may lose both love and money in the end. 2. Be careful what you say in secret. Words spoken in secret can destroy your life when they come out. 3. Don't mock people's weaknesses. What you mock today may become your shame tomorrow. 4. Character speaks louder than beauty. A beautiful face fades, but a good heart lasts forever. 5. Thank God when He exposes the wrong people in your life. It may hurt at first, but it will save you from future pain. Dear amazing viewers, thank you for following this story to the very end. This is not just a story, it's a real life lesson. Many times we see people wearing smiles on the outside, but their hearts carry evil motives. This story reminds us that true love cannot be bought, and lies will always come to light. If you have ever been mocked, betrayed, or used by someone you trusted, I want you to remember this: God is always watching, and at the right time, He will expose every pretender around you. Your tears will not be in vain. Your heartbreak will not destroy you. Your story will end in victory, not in shame. If this story touched you, please like this video, drop your thoughts in the comment section, and most importantly, subscribe for more powerful life stories that will open your eyes and bless your heart. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you won't miss any of our deep true life lessons. We love you, we see you, and we thank you for being part of this family. From your storyteller with love.